Hello and welcome to our third round with Thopter gifts on the play. Perfect. That's very nice. Pretty clear keep, cheap interaction, cheap card finding. And I opted to Serum Visions later to figure out what I wanted. I think I played the wrong land on one. It's possible I actually would have wanted to path on one. Did not think that through super well. I was just like, oh, I have a 1-drop blue spell, but I'm not really getting... I guess against Affinity, I would rather have this up on 1, but that's just a huge stretch, especially even with Engineered Explosives. So I take my Goblin Guide attack, hit a land, perfect. Draw the main deck timely because why not? Super smart. And here I leave up Snare to protect against Eidolon, and then Path to protect against, killing stuff. Take my beats. And I decide that I want 3 dorks over the life off path. So I'm just gonna... Sorry. If I path the Goblin Guide right now, I gain, effectively gain 2 life because I don't take the 2 damage in combat. But I figured that 3 times the reinforcements dorks are better. So that's what I go for. I make some dorks. My opponent's very upset about my super sick game 1 hate. I chumped to save the dorks because I didn't have an immediate threat in hand. I'm not huge on that line in retrospect. I think I should have just chumped off, but everything turned out okay because I have Engineered Explosives. And I just get to clear those, and my opponent just decides that that is enough. They've seen enough. I'm at 16 life. They have 3 cards. I have a million interactive spells. Everything is going horribly. If they had... What would my next plays have been? I would have left on my counter. Next turn, I would have found Thopter and then tried to sear him into the rest of the combo. No, I would have just left up Muddle. I want the counter and instant or sorcery, so I probably just tried to Serum Visions into stuff and applied some pressure. And the fact that I have 2 counters back for burn spells means that this might actually get there on time. It's close. It depends what I vision into. Actually, I could see myself pretty easily losing this game from here. Interesting. Okay, so sideboarding. Iona is clearly better than Elish Norn. It's going to shut off all of my opponent's stuff, and blocking an attacker is basically the same thing as Elish Norning it out. Great, straight up swap. Beyond that, I just took out all the clunky cards. So I shaved a Thirst. Gifts is great because it locks my opponent out. Thirst is a lot to tap out for. These removal spells just cost way too much. And Talisman, I did not like the idea of tapping down early for Talisman, even if I can go Talisman into Gifts into Unburial. I think that that's too... It used to be the nuts against burn back in the day, but the deck has gotten so much faster with the advent of Monastery Swiss Spear and all this stuff. Borrow's Charm and Target's Command. I don't think it's worth it. I'd rather just trade all my cards off and just trim on lands. I've got so many ways to exchange for my opponent's cards that we'll be getting enough time to get my lands going. And my notes are literally +3 counterspell, these counter burn spells, +3 life gain, good luck, have fun, and plus Celestial Purge because it's a cheap removal spell. Not a lot to it here. I think it's possible maybe one of the talismans could have stayed in instead of... I don't know, I like EE, I like Spell Snare because it counters Eidolon and the Boros Charms or whatever. Possible another Thirst is worse than Talisman, but kind of close. Also, I want max combo because just going off destroys my opponent. Yeah, again, this matchup seems quite simple. I don't think it's going to be too hard to win this one. Okay, welcome to Game 2 of Thopter versus Burn. Wow, we used that little of our clock time there? That's crazy. Not an amazing hand, but we got the combo, and that just destroys my opponent. We're just visioning to find another land, which we did. And the ships here are... Thirst is bad. I'm trying to set up the combo. And Dispel was close. I ended up bottoming it because I didn't think that the thing I needed to fight over this game was the instance, because the way Thopter Sword works. Though I guess protecting it from Destructive Revelry could have been important. Oh, look, 1,000,000 1-drops. So we're going to expose the sword. It's the one I care least about getting Revelried. We'll take our hits. And at 2 life, I get the timely back up. My goal is to survive this attack step in some profitable way. And I make a mistake here because I forget my opponent has a fetch land. I should have just triple blocked that. I just missed the fact that that would happen. I go down to 1 life with a chump block. I'm priced into my play, and I have to hope that my opponent bricks. You know, they have no cards in hand, and if they brick, I just go off and win, and if they don't brick, then I'm dead. My blocks are completely forced. Chump block the Nikado, put the big creature in front of the Swiss Spear to kill it. I go to 1. We got lucky. Our opponent drew wild Nikado. And then from here, gain our life now as opposed to later due to a Tarkus command. I think... Oh, the reason to make the 4th Dork was that I go to 4 life. Leaving up Spell Snare interacts with some stuff, but going to 4 prevents my opponent from drawing Lava Spike or Lightning Bolt. And they concede the game because they presumably brick again. This attack, what do I do? I go block Nikado, block Swiss Spear, block Nikado. My opponent loses Nikado. I lose 3 Thopters, and then if their card isn't something great, then I go up to 7. Yeah, they're dead. So yeah, this combo is super, super crushing against Burn. Just comically so. Yeah, that was a lucky fated draw step, but you know, we did most of the stuff that we could. That triple block, though. I think I determined at the time that... See, I chumped 3... Yeah, the way it played out, it didn't end up mattering, but it could have. There would have been, you know, -1 Nikado here, and this combat would have looked basically the same. The game basically just came down to whether they drew a burn spell on that 1 draw step or not. Otherwise, I'm gaining, you know, I'm gaining as much life a turn as they could possibly deal me with a draw step. And then every single turn, I'm also making more power and toughness. So either they're losing power and toughness on the battlefield, and then eventually I kill them, or if they don't attack, I just make a bunch of stuff and they die. Yep, great. Awesome card, awesome combo. Very fun for everyone involved who's playing Lightning Bolt, correct?